Here's example 8 of solving trig equations. So here we have the square root of 3 times the tangent of theta plus 1 equals 0. And part A, we want to solve in this interval 0 to pi. So again, that just means 0 is less than or equal to theta, strictly less than pi. And then part B, find the general solutions. Okay. So here, this one's a little bit different from the previous examples because now we have just a tiny bit of algebra to do. So let's go ahead and start working on that. So we want to eventually solve for theta. Okay, we're solving for theta, so we have to get the tangent of theta by itself first. Then we can see where to go from there. So subtract 1 from both sides. So we have the square root of 3 times the tangent of theta equals -1. Now we can divide both sides by root 3. So tangent of theta equals -1 divided by root 3. Okay. And if you want to rationalize the denominator, or if you're required to do so, then multiply the top and the bottom by root 3 multiply the top and the bottom by root 3. And then when we simplify, what we get is tangent of theta equals -root 3 over 3. Okay, now hopefully either the -1 over root 3 or the -root 3 over 3, hopefully one of these will jump out at you as a special number from the unit circle. Okay, so we know that since tangent of theta is negative, then theta is going to be in quadrant 2 or quadrant 4. Okay, but for part A, we're only looking from 0 to pi. So 0 to pi, that means quadrant 1 or quadrant 2. Since tangent of theta is negative, then our theta is going to be in quadrant 2. Okay. Now, as we said, -root 3 over 3, that is a special number associated with the unit circle. So if we know the unit circle, that's pretty much what this requires, just knowing the unit circle. And then from there you could say, okay, well, if tangent of theta equals -root 3 over 3, and 0 is less than or equal to theta is strictly less than pi, okay, we know that from the restriction we're given here, solve in this interval. Okay. Then from the unit circle we can just say theta. So let's come up here then. So then, okay, so tangent of theta is -root 3 over 3, or -1 over root 3, however you can think about it. And 0 is less than or equal to theta is strictly less than pi. So then directly from the unit circle, we have theta equals 5 pi over 6. Okay. And that's our answer for part A. So for part A, theta equals 5 pi over 6. Okay, so there's really not a whole lot happening here with this example. Just the point is that, or the main difference here is now we have just a tiny bit of algebra to do. Okay. So for part B, same exact thing as before with the tangent function. So we're dealing with tangent, so the period of the tangent is pi, so we're going to add k pi. So theta equals 5 pi over 6 plus k pi, where k is any integer. Okay, and that's it for part B, and that's really it for the whole example. Okay, so relatively simple compared to the last few. There's not a whole lot going on here, just the main difference is now we're dealing with a little bit of algebra. Okay, so that's example 8 of solving trig equations.